Jerry, are we ready? Adam, one of the things politicians like to do is build things and have that kind of development. A lot of the older suburbs have problems with infrastructure. Is there any possibility the Port Authority could get involved with helping with the city's correct infrastructure?
Councilman, I think we'd like to be involved. First of all, we see ourselves as focused on the city and the inner ring suburbs primarily. What that means, I think we have to determine with our partners. Typically, we've been involved in projects where we can issue debt when there's a payment stream. So sometimes it's a TIF district. We give away our taxes quite readily in the Cleveland area. I don't know that we think hard enough about tax-free investments. But over time, I would like us to play a role where we're able to use our good offices and our powers to issue debt where there's a payment stream, but that payment stream is associated with commercial and industrial development in that vicinity. And I think that's where we would particularly be focused. We have been in the past involved with a couple of cities that have come to us and said, could we build infrastructure and dedicate some revenues that are coming from a district around it? And we've done some of that in a couple of locations. But in the past, we haven't taken Port Authority resources and invested in infrastructure. We really don't have that sort of resource to do that. But we're this conduit, and I think we'd like to play a bit of a role in terms of creating value. If we can put property together, we can clean property, we can issue debt, and we can maximize that wiring near some of these assets.
Yeah, specifically, if I could just have a follow-up, specifically, what I had in mind in particular is in Parma we have an infrastructure problem with sanitary sewers. Half the city was built in the 40s and 50s, and there is the possibility of having assessment through the Cuyahoga County sanitary engineer to different properties, so that would be an income stream. Of course, if you have an income stream, then you could go out and get bonds. So that's where the income stream would come in for that kind of development, but it would be under the ground, not above the ground.
Sure. Theoretically, we could be involved in that. Absolutely. There's nothing to constrain us from not being involved. We have no caps on the amount of debt we can issue as long as there's a stream that can pay it back.